Welcome to Navigator School's Training Academy. Today we're going to learn how to add new students in Jiji. This would be at the beginning of the year or if a new student was added to your class as the year had already commenced.
This tutorial will take you through the steps for adding a student to your class who is new to ST Math. New students should click the question mark on the bottom left of your school's blue ST Math welcome page.
So right here, this represents the page that the student sees without the curtains. So this is what you would be looking at.
Clicking on the red question mark will pull up the I Need Help utility. Students should click on I'm a student. Then students click on I'm a new student.
If the student had forgotten the password, you could click on this as well. So it's a fast way to get to your I forgot my password as well.
Students will now enter their first name using the mouse and on-screen keyboard. Then they will click the green forward arrow to advance to the next screen. Then students will enter their last name and click the green forward arrow again. Next, students will select their assigned grade. Finally, the student will click on their teacher's name. The student can now start playing the Intro to ST Math objective until the teacher comes to enroll them in their class. To enroll the student, you will triple-click on the bottom right corner of the student's screen.
Now this is a very confusing step in the process because although you just selected your class, you actually have to then go back and enroll them back in the class again. The kids will get stuck in this Intro to ST Math forever if you don't do this next step. So when the students are first added, they'll immediately pop up with a new student detected screen, and what you have to do is triple click in this bottom right corner. And if you've never triple clicked, it's one more than doubled. Oops, you gotta do it fast.
Triple clicking will bring up the gray teacher login window. You will enter your username and password. Make sure your username is all lowercase with no spaces and click login.
Okay, so here you're logging in with your login, or if your school just has a one master password, you can do that as well.
For example, ours is...
Oh, we're not giving out our information.
You will now see this new student detected utility window. Choose the Add this student to my class icon.
Okay, so now you're telling it yet again you want to
Verify that the student's name and grade level information are correct. You also have a choice to add the student's school or district issued ID. And for those of you with multiple groups in a class, select the group number for this student. Next, click Continue.
Well, that's interesting. I've never noticed that before, but it looks like we could actually have our student ID numbers put in here. Not sure what that would help with, but maybe it would. Also, if you had multiple groups here, this is where you would click to if you wanted to add this student to your second group, which might be if you're the teacher for the Tigers and the Timberwolves. Maybe group 2 is the Timberwolves, so you have to make that selection.
You will see the student has been successfully added to your class. If you want to change the student's position in the roster, simply click on the student icon and drag them to a different position in the roster. Click the Done button to finish linking the student to your class.
This means that the student's name, this is the first initial of the first name, GR is the first two initials of the last name, so could be Mary Green.
The student is now ready to begin the password training objective. Adding new students to your class as soon as possible during their first lab visit will allow them to spend more time in the password training objective learning their new visual password. Remember to add students with green status frames first. For help with younger students, please look in the print section of the teacher training page under the printed resources icon. There you will find a file called Tips for Starting Up K1.
And the reason that they have that is because kindergarten and first graders, it takes a while if it's the first time that they're doing ST Math. They have to remember 8 or 12 pictures for their password. The other thing to take into consideration is that you would want to have at least, I would say, 45 minutes on your first lab session if you're beginning at the beginning of the school year, because you're going to be having to jump around from all 30 of those kids to get them their new login, enroll them in a class, and get them going on their password training. So it does take quite a bit of time that first time. If you schedule 20 or 30 minutes, you'll never get it done. Thank you very much. Mr. Waller, anything else?
Nope.